Hello, everybody. My snake just got up. She's been sleeping for a couple days. And she just decided to wake up. It's like my most favorite part of the day is when the snakes wake up. Honestly. Other than my one snake was awake all night last night. But it's because he was sleeping for 6 days straight. So he pulled an all-nighter last night. I am Whitney Moon. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. We are a little bit off center here. Whoa. Here we go. Okay. I was at the lake all day. Well, not all day. But a little while. Then I got an ice cream cone. And now I'm here. Ready. And supercharged by the sun. Except I'm a little bit dry, I just noticed. I was in the sun maybe an hour and a half, something like that, on and off in the sun. I'm like, I can feel it. Like something is different with the sun. I don't know. They changed the light bulb and it's too bright. It's too strong. I don't remember it being this strong when we were kids. Could have been. I don't know. I don't remember being like this when we were kids. I think they went from a 50 watt to a 120 watt light bulb. Honestly. Oh, sun just hits differently. It wasn't always like this. I met this man once in my travels, and we were having, I think I was in Calgary at the time, we were having a heat, what do we call those, heat exposure, and people, they were advising people not to go outside and stuff, because it was, the fires were going in the mountains, and it was just like a shit show outside, so people were being advised to like stay inside and everything, and I was talking to this man, because obviously, we still had to go to work and everything, and I was like, fucking, like, it's hot. Like, but for some reason, I felt like I had been somewhere else hotter. So it wasn't actually that bad to me. And he goes, you should go to Saudi Arabia. And I was like, how hot is it there? And he goes, it's basically like you put the oven on 400 degrees and you open it up. He goes, that's what it was like to open up the door of like the airplane or something that he got off of. I was like you were in an oven? And he goes, oh, like it was worse than an oven. I'm like, no wonder they don't want to live there. Like, no wonder they try to flee. Like, that sounds hot. Like, I went to Cuba in the summer once, and in their summer, I'll never do that again because it was so fucking hot. My skin, like, boiled almost instantly. And I was just trying to go swimming. And, like, I was getting sunburnt while swimming. I'm like, how? Like, no wonder you guys have dark skin. Like, you have evolved because I am going to be black when I leave here too. Trust me. I get so dark. It is crazy. Crazy Cupcakes. Do they still have that game? I wonder. I'm sure they do. How's everybody doing out there? What? Y'all just talking to yourselves? Saying hi and making appearances in other people's chats. I get it. Make your appearance. Then be gone. Okay. Take what resonates and leave the rest behind. I. Truth. Epic mountain. Epic momentum. Take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Okay, we have friggin' Pinhead here in reverse. Dinner and flight. Wasn't I just talking about taking a flight? Didn't I just say that? Sometimes readers got to be careful because whatever it is they're talking about will come out in the cards. So I have to figure out now the call. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. I feel like there's some incoming information. Okay. I feel like somebody could be getting out of a relationship and for some reason you have to know about it. I'm not getting the feeling that it is a sexual thing, but with Hellraiser, you got to think there's got to be something sexual, kind of attached to you needing to know if somebody's with somebody or not. Okay, so with Flight, that's the witch. Apparently it's an awful movie. I think I saw it back in the day, but I don't remember. I feel like I have to watch it again for some reason, the goat, to figure out what this goat is. Somebody came into my house the other day and actually asked if I had some type of black goat hidden somewhere. And I was like, is that a joke or are you being serious? Like, I don't practice sacrificial dark magic bullshit like what I would do with a black goat. And then my sister goes, I've always wanted a black goat. And I'm like, Courtney, that did not help. I mean, just because you're a witch, it doesn't mean you're a bad witch, okay? Witches are natural practitioners. We're healers. We're a fucking medicine man. We're the ones that make the concoction for your wounds, for your colds, for your babies, for your placentas, okay? We're the ones that do that shit, okay? What do you think a midwife is? It's a witch, okay? We just don't use that word anymore because people are like, and it's like, okay, because I practice magic. You think I'm gonna destroy people or I'm gonna lure children into the woods and eat them? Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, okay, honestly, I don't know what this is now. I don't know what the fuck is going on with this reading, but I think we got a lot of brujas up in here. Mystic men, teachers, shaman, all that shit. Okay, and listen, somebody is trying to... The way that I see this is someone is trying to, I think, kind of shit talk you, okay? And I think it's a trap to lure you into something, okay? Because there's, I don't know, 4 lures here in the cards, and there's only 2, 4, 6, 7 cards. Okay, so over half the cards are luring cards. Okay, things trying to get you to come in, come to their side, come over, come eat with us. Okay, I'm going to call you. I know you're not doing anything, so you're going to come out. You're going to meet me. Okay, these are energies around you that if you have plans to go and do something and they know that it's important to you, they will call you up right before they know that you're going to leave and they'll try to derail you and get them to come to where you are. Okay, they'll do shit like that, okay, because they want to trap you. They don't want you getting to this witch, okay, because they say if you get to this witch, okay, and whoever this person is, it's some type of like, I just heard shaman. So it's somebody who's going to teach you, I believe, traditional, kind of like, I don't know, traditional art. I just heard traditional teachings. I don't know. Like, it seems like they've got a lot to teach you. Okay. And they don't want you to get there because that's what it is. They think that this person that's coming to teach you, okay, so because it's Hellraiser in reverse, they think that the person that's coming to teach you, it's going to be this huge sexual relationship and you get to have sex with all these demons and you get put on display and you're going to be the hottest thing in the fucking party and blah, blah, blah. As I remember, there's goats on the back of this. Okay, so like, I don't know if somebody did a goddamn ritual with you and a fucking goat. Like, that's all I'm getting now. Okay, so this shaman, okay, was supposed to come into your life, I think, a long time ago, but somehow they have been lured away from you. They've been tempted away from you, which is not necessarily your fault, because this person should be able to resist temptation, and for some reason they haven't been able to. Okay, so they haven't gotten to you because they keep eating other people's shit, like they keep eating other people's values. They keep eating other people's behavior, okay, and they're mocking the people around them because that's the only people that they know, but they know they want to do it differently. And if they want to do it differently, then they got to get away from these people, because these people are going to look at this new person like, you work that hard for your wife, and you're like, I just went to the grocery store, man. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you wouldn't go to the grocery store and get your wife something? So there was this one night I was working, and I just started dating this guy. And I think all of a sudden I got really bad acid reflux. Obviously, I was working at a bar. I probably had hot wings or something like that, and then suddenly couldn't fucking swallow anymore. I was going to throw up. So I called the guy that I was seeing, and I was like, hey, listen, I know that you're in the area. Okay, because he was partying with his friends, but he was in the area. I was like, please, can you, at some point in time, I had like a 9-hour shift ahead of me. I'm like, bring me some Tums or like some antacid or something. Like, I'm fucking dying here. And I got to last all night, okay? And like within an hour, I think, or something like that, he was there. He walked in, he gave them to me, and he's like, you would have no idea how much my friends just made fun of me for doing this. And I was like, the fuck are you talking about? Like, I knew you were around. I knew you were either going to come drinking here or go drinking across the street. And the gas station right beside us is the thing that had the Tums. So I was like, I knew you were, like, what do you mean? Like, and they're like, oh, fucking jerk chirping, and, oh, you already fucking doing shit for your girl. Oh, you're already pussy whipped and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, just for some Tums, you're pussy whipped? Like, what does that mean? Because like, are you, do you feel like that you are pussy whipped by me? Because I asked you to like walk across the street and get me something? Because like, that if you were in the area and you need something, I would fucking run to you. And does that mean I'm dick whipped? Does that mean I can't get enough of it? Like, I dated him for fucking 3 years. I did everything for him. Drop of a hat, I was there. Am I dick whipped? Like, it's just like when you know why? It's because his friends that were so-called making fun of him, okay, I think we were all like 27 at the time, so we were a little bit young. But I feel like those guys that were making fun of him, if they would have jumped at the opportunity to get me Tums at the grocery store if Shane wasn't the one that was going to do it. Honestly. But it's just, they got to chirp to make fun of you to see if you'll actually go through with it. Because he, if his friends were chirping him that bad, he could have just said, fuck it. Like, no, just walk across the street yourself and get them. I can't. Okay. But he didn't. He still did it, and he didn't care what his friends said to him. And like, it was kind of like a good testimony to him, because I don't think it had anything to do with me. Again, I think a lot of these things that we have to go through with partners, okay, we go through because it's a test. It's to show how we're going to be in that relationship. And are we going to listen to our friends who, call us losers for getting our girlfriends something at the store, or going to pick up something for our boyfriend? Like, that's fucking ridiculous. Like, talk about children. But if you don't have any confidence, okay, and your friends are like your life, then you're gonna look at them and be like, oh my god, that's totally true. She's totally using me, and I'm totally pussy whipped, and I've got to show my friends that I'm the dude in the relationship, and I am not gonna get that for you. It's like, it's a testimony. It's a testimony. That's why I love telling the stories, because it's like, what other analogy better than something I went through, because I don't want to tell it on a third party, like, oh, I heard about this person that once did this. No, I'd rather it just be my story, right? So like, I just couldn't believe it. I was like, sometimes like the way, like, our small little mentalities on things, if we're around people that have a difference of opinion than us, and then suddenly we feel uncool. Oh no, because people really need to feel cool. And like, I don't really know what that means, but I remember when it used to mean something when I was like in high school, but now I'm like, I don't know what that means. To be cool. Do I have to abuse myself and abuse my friends and fuck over my boyfriend? Does that mean I'm cool? Because all my friends are like, ha 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 ha, you really fucked them. Like, is that what I want to give off as a person? Right? So I don't really know who this is to you, but I feel like whatever it is, I forgot the birds was on the bottom of the deck, because that's the thing is like, I almost feel like because the birds, they come in and they just start fucking destroying shit, and then out they go again. Okay, so I feel like maybe this is what you were a part of. Like, these people would just come in and fucking destroy you and then leave. And then anybody that wanted to date you, okay, they'd be like, well, don't date that person. You're going to have to work your ass off. You're going to have to work around the clock. And they're so emotional, and they're overly emotional, and they're going to trap you, and then you're going to get fucked with them and blah, blah, blah. So then they don't do it. Right? It's like this huge thing against you. And I don't know why you're such a big deal, but Spirit is like, you're a pretty big deal. And I know it doesn't even might not even seem like you're a big deal, but trust me, there's something about you that is a big deal. It's driving people insane. Okay? And for some reason, people want to talk about you. And it's almost at that point where it's like, my God, just let them. Just let them. This one time, this group of people told me that, actually, well, they didn't say it to my face. Obviously, they were way too scared. But they said I put all this witchcraft on this woman and gave her some fucking disease. I don't know what that is on my boob, but whatever. And they said that I balded her. I removed all of her teeth. I put such a curse on her that I fucked her over. And like, honestly, I didn't even really know the girl, and she had moved away, and I didn't have Facebook at the time. So I didn't even know that she was sick or anything. And like, I had people in the town that I was living at blaming it on me, saying it was my witchcraft that was supposedly killing this girl. And I was like, man, if you want to believe something, people just will. And they'll go like really hard with it. And so apparently I'm a murderer. Or I'm like some fucked up witch that lives in a city and does curses on people. I have got to say, there's been some fucked up shit I've heard in my life, but like that seems a little much. But like, I have never put a curse on anybody. But it's funny how everybody thinks that I have. So I go, maybe I did. Even though I say all the time that I don't. But then I go, maybe I did. Maybe I don't want to tell the public that I put curses on people that fucked with me and took everything away from me. Today, when I was at the lake, my sister suddenly turned around. Weird, something's floating in my tank. Suddenly, my sister turned around, and she said a fucking leprechaun just jumped out of nowhere in another dimension, and all these birds started squawking. Literally, the birds. Okay, so I don't know if the birds are going to tell you something, okay? But if you say something in your head, okay, if you hear something in your head, and it kind of sounds fucked up, say it out loud. Let something else hear what you just heard or what you think you saw, and then let something else be a witness to it. Because then, as soon as my sister said that, I go, leprechaun. I turned around. I'm like, what the fuck? Where? And she's like, he's right there. And she goes, he just like jumped. It was almost like he jumped from one dimension to another. She goes, he was suddenly just here. Like as if he had appeared and like just took this portal, okay, and just landed in the lake. And then these birds started freaking out around us, and then swooping down. And I'm like, fuck, like I think you're onto something. And she goes, yeah. And the funny thing is, they didn't want me to say anything. She goes, when I saw it, it didn't want me to say, I see you. She's like, I was supposed to keep my mouth shut. She goes, but I said it because it scared me. And I went, well, I obviously had to hear you say that you saw something. And then this crackle that was sitting in the fucking tree had to hear it too, which then repeated it to like this crow up above, who then repeated it to a fucking heron. So all of a sudden, this gray heron comes out of nowhere as I was pulling this artifact out of the water, which I'm pretty sure is from prehistoric days when they used to make arrows through rocks. A dinosaur flies out of nowhere. Like, honestly, you wouldn't believe the shit that happened to me today. It was crazy. I had an awful morning that then I pushed all this witchcraft back to whoever sent it out. And then suddenly it was like, bang, 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 like lottery, lottery, lottery. And then I ended off the whole day with eating an ice cream cone, which was probably my favorite thing out of the whole day because I love ice cream. And it's just the fact that I fucking found whatever this thing is. I'm pretty sure it's a rock chipper because it sits in your finger perfectly, like somebody had been working with it for a while and chipping away at bow and arrows. And as I found this, a Huron and a leprechaun jumped out of nowhere. Okay. And I was telling Collective yesterday, whoever didn't get the live yesterday, I bought 3 blue shrimp for my aquarium, which I've had shrimp before. I still have shrimp in there, but they're older ones. And each shrimp died. 3 shrimp died on me in less than 24 hours. And then whatever I had to send back today through the ether, I fucking did. So whatever this shit is that's out there, I'm telling you, it's strong. Okay, it's so strong that I had to go buy something in order for those babies to take the hit and the sacrifice so that nothing else in my life would be taken away or die. Okay, I felt really bad about it, but like, I'm not the one who killed them. I'm the one who tried to keep them alive. It's the energy around me. So it's the energy around you. We have to set these traps up. So then these people come clean with what it is that they're really trying to do, because you realize a lot of people right to your face will be like, oh, I love you. I want what's best for you. You realize I'm always rooting for you. I always want what's best for you, while they're like stealing from your purse and trying to get your husband to fuck them. Right? It's hilarious how people can manipulate you and brainwash you into believing that they care about you. Right? So then they can lure you in with those feelings, okay? And then kind of sabotage your sex life. Right? Because very invasive people will ask about your sex life, and only very intrusive, disrespectful people will talk about your sex life. And the ones who are listening are just as disgraceful as the ones that are fucking squawking their mouth about it. Okay, so this could be a situation where somebody had sex with you and then they went around town and they fucking told everybody, as if it was fucking a telephone game. Just one person to the next person, the next person, the next person. I banged this person. Oh yeah, we had sex a couple times. It was blah, 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 blah. You know, I've had better, and you know, I'm not talking to her anymore, and like, fuck that. And everyone's like, oh yeah, you know, I see it. And then they go to the next person. Oh yeah, by the way, I fucked this person the other day, and it kind of fucking sucked, when really the only reason why they're talking about it is because clearly they know that they have been rejected. I feel like people who know they have been rejected are the ones that start trying to make themselves feel better about it by talking about it. And it's not just they're talking about the situation as in like a third party, or that they're really trapped in something. They want to talk shit. They want to say your name. They want to only say their side of the story. They want to make you out to be a monster. That's not somebody that's trying to find guidance through a situation. That's somebody that's trying to gossip. Okay, there are different types of people. Okay, and people think that they're allowed to talk about people because it involves them. Like, sure, you can talk about whatever you want, but then there's talking about for the sake of trying to heal or trying to understand, and then there's just straight abusive, and then there's just straight gossip. Okay, where you know that people do not need to fucking hear what's going on, and the fact that you're only giving your side of the story, you're automatically making somebody look like an asshole to make yourself look better, when people should know. Okay, well, now you got a story to make yourself feel feel better because something happened and you hurt somebody and now you want your friends to fucking lick your wounds for you because somebody fucking took out their knife and actually hurt you for once after you stabbed them. Right? It's like, what is Ghostface? What can Ghostface say when he goes around stabbing everybody and then people end up stabbing him back? Like, what is he going to do? Don't stab me. I'm the only one that's allowed to stab you. Yeah, right. In a perfect fucking world, that Ghostface is the fucking king. Okay. So I think that there's a couple things going on here. I definitely think that somebody fucked with your sex life. And there's another aspect where somebody saw you as a witch, okay, and attacked you. And again, it affected this person, okay? It affected somebody for some reason around you, okay? And I don't really know. I don't think that they're going to want to tell me why other people could have affected their decision about you. Okay, because I feel like they're probably going to feel very embarrassed as to why they listened when they're the ones that were working hard on something. It's like this person, this could have been literally somebody who ghosted you. Okay, who knows when this was? This could be fucking years ago. Okay, somebody I feel like ghosted you. And it sucks for them because it could have been a really awesome relationship. And I think there was a lot of it that was very innocent. Okay. A lot of the relationship was already done for them. So really it was just maintenance. Okay. It was just keeping up with everything. Okay. And they got lured by their friends or by somebody else to get away from you. And I just heard it was going to be the best sex of your life. And somehow they used a very incredible experience and they twisted it on somebody. And then, their friends would have been like, oh, I mean, I don't. Like, when guys are like, they never can find, or they bitch about their sex like all the time with their girlfriends, like they don't have enough sex, or their girlfriend doesn't have enough sex with them, or their wife doesn't fuck them anymore, and it's been 20 years and we don't have sex anymore, wives and blah blah blah. It's not a wife that gives up on a marriage, it's also a husband that gives up on a marriage, because the last I heard, any dude that I ever said no, I didn't want to have sex to, I ended up having sex with, because there's called asking, and then there's called we're doing it because we're boyfriend and girlfriend and this is what we do, and totally changed the fucking subject. Okay. So it's like, I feel like somebody had what could have been something really awesome. And for some reason they talked about it, and they shouldn't have, because the people around them got jealous. I know this sounds like a perfectly, like, it sounds like a too good to be true type of scenario, but I'm not lying. Like, somebody actually, took what you can mean. You could have had a partner for a while who was into a lot of like exotic things. And so when you hooked up with this person, you were exotic. You did things that normal people that they had slept with didn't. Okay. So all of a sudden you became this like commodity. You became this like thing to people that you were no longer you were the girl that does, reverse cowgirl all the time, or you were the girl that, has the swing in her bedroom. Okay. They defaced you. They defaced you. And no wonder you walked away from this person. It's almost like you knew right away that they talked about something that you do not talk about. You just don't. You don't unleash that shit. That is very, very, one-on-one behavior. Okay, you don't run your mouth about your sex life, like, or watch it dissipate. And literally, they watched you walk away because of them talking shit about something they didn't understand. And now they realize, wow, that was probably the best experience of my life, and I let my friends lure me into believing that you were some nympho, or you were some person that I was never going to catch up with, blah, blah, blah. I mean, clearly, no, this person did not deserve you. All right? This person was a fucking joke, and like, you knew it and you walked away. They were a child. which really sucks because Spirit is like, they really could have had something awesome with you. And even if they saw this message and they heard it, they still wouldn't believe it. And that's their own, people know chemistry. There was chemistry there, okay? And they went on the other side. They called you weird. I just heard they said, ew, okay? Ew, weird, nasty, when it was something that they just didn't understand. And now they might have walked a couple more tracks and been down a couple more hoes, okay, where you think the shit that somebody did was freaky. Well, now they've seen shit that they never wanted to fucking see, just to prove that the shit that you did was normal. I'm sorry that your grade 5 love that you were for 20 years that you were with didn't reverse cowgirl on you. I am so sorry, but I have been with somebody who really loved Kama Sutra, and I learned a lot of shit, okay? So buckle up or buck off. And they bucked off. they went running for the goddamn hills, okay? And it was like the worst thing possible, warrior in reverse, because that like you were the thing that was going to put them on the map, okay? Give them confidence that they didn't know was even possible, okay? And instead they saw you as forbidden fruit. Can't touch this. And yet they were touching it. I'm just saying. Usually we do not get this dirty in talk, so I am going to move to the next message because I feel like this was a little bit inappropriate for my PG-rated channel here on YouTube. So we're going to move on. But just know that somebody could have had a fucking smoking hot sex life with you and instead talked shit about it to everybody calling you weird on something they didn't understand. And then the universe made them see fucking basically like the girls with the cup, okay? And they were like, yeah, so remember all those things that I thought you did that were weird? Yeah. People do a lot weirder shit. Yeah, you think? You don't think I haven't seen porn too? Trust me. Okay, very weird message, but like clearly somebody had to fucking know about it because like that sucks. Like that sucks that you were a Thundercat in bed. And they were like, who does that? Who does that? Like, loser. Lahu Zeher. Yeah, they were a loser big time, and they knew it. They went and fucking ran, talked all this shit. Mimosa time with narcissists. Mimosa juice with narcissist. One-sided obnoxious idiot. That's what they are. Thinking everything is about them. I'm not taking that many cards. Oldies but goodies. Okay. In reverse, though, I feel like somebody's coming back around, okay? And again, this does not mean it's going to happen in 3D, okay? This could mean they're going to reappear in a dream, okay? They might see you in public and you don't even see them, okay? So we have a narcissist in the building, and it's time to cheers because whatever they did to you in the past has been revealed. Accidents. There are no such thing as accidents. Okay, we got accidents in reverse. There's no such thing as an accident. You know, for this card, do you see that little banana peel I put up there? I'll give you a buffalo nickel if anybody knows what that banana peel movie is from. I'm not really guessing that anybody really knows what the fuck I'm talking about, but it's from a movie. Dun, 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 dun. I mean, if you knew it, you would have already said it because it would have popped in the chat. Billy Madison. He throws the banana peel out of his window. And then Buddy fucking slips on it and goes right over the fucking cliff. All right? There's no such thing as accidents. The universe is not lazy. Okay, the universe knows what it's doing. It knows what it's lining up. There's bouncer, the security card at your service. So this narcissist has been graciously assisted out of your life. Okay, you had, I kind of feel like a two-timing individual, someone gaining information and then using it against you. Okay, it's gonna stop. They've been sought out, they've been found out. Okay, that they're the ones that put you, like, I feel like an accident happened. Okay, and this could have been, I mean, you name it. How old is that movie, Billy Madison? Like 1994 or something like that. What up, Diane? Oh, Diane, did you write a movie? Damn it, I didn't see it. Oh, I want to know if you wrote a movie, and guess what it was. Anyways, like, okay, so I feel like this accident, there could have been an accident that happened in your life. Doesn't matter when, doesn't matter where. You could have been fucking 5 years old. I heard, okay, there's cup, but in reverse. And this person is the one that caused that accident. And the reason why they caused that accident was because they did not want you around anymore. It was more like a subconscious thing. Okay. Two cups here all of a sudden. It was like maybe they were drinking. Oh, you didn't guess the right one? Whatever, that was a hard one. I mean, really, a banana peel, Whitney? Come on, I could have gave a little bit more with that, but the banana peel is very significant in that movie. And it just all of a sudden popped into my head. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's right. That's why I did the banana peel. Anyways, maybe this person's going to be drinking, okay? Or maybe you were drinking, or maybe somebody was drunk and they hit you. Okay, that was no joke. Like, that was no coincidence. That was lined up for something to happen, so then they could try to erase you. There's camo, haul it and forget it, and third party. It's no joke. They really tried to remove you. That's what I'm getting. Hey, the spot's gone. I think it was ice cream. Sloppy bitch. Okay. Yeah, I feel like you had a third party. There's liar with ghost, the past. So spirit knows that somebody that was supposed to be watching you. Okay, so again, like, I don't know, it could have been a babysitter, or it could have been your parents or parent, older sibling, aunt, uncle, something like that. They decided one night to drive drunk and try to kill you, unalive you. And this person might be deceased now, and that's why this is coming out. You're getting kind of like a heads up from your ancestors that this person somebody has recently passed on that tried to unalive you at a certain time in your life by drinking and driving. Because, I mean, that's the thing, is like they would have ended their life too, and that would have been fine with them. But somehow it didn't work out. Like the plane crash, car crash, something. It didn't happen, or it didn't hurt you the way that they were hoping that it would. And there was this, there's liar. Somebody fucking lied. Okay. And there was this accident that my stepmother got into right before my father got into her life. And her and her friend had decided to take their two sons on a camping trip. And these women had no idea what they were doing. They had no business taking their kids on a fucking camping trip the way that they did. And anyways, my stepmother had her son in the back, and then her friend had her son in the back. And surprisingly, they both had the name Christopher. Okay. And I feel like my stepmother knew that something was going to happen. and she put her son specifically. I feel like halfway through the trip, her son was sitting on one side, and then she decided to change sides, okay, and put him on the other side. And that's the only thing that saved his life, because the other kid died in this crash. Okay. And I was maybe about 3 or 4 years ago, the name Christopher wouldn't stop coming to me over and over and over again. And then I remembered my stepmother's friend, because after that happened, she had 2 kids. She had another boy and a girl. And like almost like little miracles. Okay. I don't think she was ever planning on even having any more kids, but once that happened, you know, like it changed her mind, and she got pregnant again anyways. But the whole moral of the story was, when all of a sudden Christopher came to me, I felt like his message to me, it was like an Unsolved Mysteries kind of. His message to me was, Cindy moved her son, Matt, and put me in the hot seat where then I died. So it was supposed to be my stepmother's son that was lined up in that accident to die. But my stepmother is a witch, and not a good one. Okay, she's a high priestess that knows that things are going to happen, and she fucks with fate. She messes with futures, and she fucks with energy. Okay, and she knew something was going to happen, and she moved her kid and sacrificed her best friend's son instead. And right after that, she came into our life. And let me tell you, this was not a good woman. This was never a good woman. This was a woman who was full of rage. She was full of jealousy, and she was full of greed. She wanted money. She wanted money. She worked at the bank. She knew how much my father made, and she made a move, and she got him, and she kicked my sister and I out. And she knew what she was doing from day one. She kills kids. She always has. Maybe she's fucking Lilith. I just got all of a sudden Lilith in the back of my head. And I just found out that Lilith is a spirit that steals children. And I hate Lilith. I don't like Lilith. I never have. I don't think I will. She's the kind of woman that... She's the kind of spirit that makes women feel very down on themselves in a way where she's, honestly, I feel like Lilith is a spirit that every person on OnlyFans has in their head. Okay, because she's a spirit that if you're a good-looking, attractive woman, even if you don't think you are, okay, she will tell you to take your clothes off, get on stage, and make all these men hard. That's Lilith. She's absolutely revolting. She's a disgusting spirit. I've never liked her. She's a fucking asteroid. She destroys things, okay? And she steals children. And now I'm like, I wonder if Lilith was in my stepmother's body when she decided to save her son's life while taking her best friend's kids instead. Because she would have known that she sacrificed something for her son. And you know what's so weird is that everybody says that I'm like that. Remember the goat? I'm sacrificial. I follow the devil. I sacrifice blood. I put curses on people. When in my history of being here, just this timeline alone, all I have dealt with is massacring witches that fuck shit up on people. And I have never been a part of that. So I find it very ironic that the ones that are actually hurting people are getting like the green card to go, oh, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine. And then the ones that are actually doing the spiritual work to help are getting deemed as the killers. I find that very ironic. And isn't it ironic? It really is. There's the clock. This shit is done. It's time up, bitch. Time is up. Like, time is up. These fucking secrets and these things that people have held on to, they're not going to hold on. They can't hold on to them forever. There's the perfect storm. Okay? People cannot hold on to secrets forever. And it's really funny that they think that they can. I have no idea. Okay, I don't know why they think that they can, but for some reason, they really feel like people can fuck with fate. And because they've got magic that's associated with them, they automatically assume that that magic was given to them so then they can manipulate. And that's not why magic is given to you. You are not supposed to manipulate. You're not supposed to fuck with somebody's free will, let alone somebody's life, let alone somebody's child. Okay, so if somebody, there's the peace pipe with Blaze One for the Nation back to back. Okay, so you're getting a pass now. Okay, somebody, I think for a long time has been trying to interfere. They've been trying to get you lined up with accidents. They've been trying to hurt you, harm you, because it's you are doing something in your life, okay, subconsciously, that is fucking with somebody else's lies. And they don't like that because they want to tell their lies forever. Okay. And obviously you're part of the spiritual badass team where we go, I don't give a fuck who told you you could lie to these people. You can't. And because there are good people out there. And I'm sick of people thinking that everybody is bad and that they can't take a step or they can't try because they're going to get fucked over. And I feel so sad for those people because at the same time, I feel like there's so much truth behind that because so many people want to fuck you over and so many people really want to see you drown that I don't understand why, but it doesn't matter why anymore. Okay? It doesn't matter why. It's what do we do about it? Because I don't care why they don't like me. I don't care if I've got nice hair. I don't care if they like my rack. I don't care if they like my car. I don't care if they like my job. That does not give ammo to hurt collective for any reason. You work hard for the things in your life, okay? And for somebody to walk in with their little voodoo, juju, magic, and their little fucking bell and their little wand and try to take it away from you, I mean, I hope you end off like fucking Braveheart. I hope you're William Wallace. I hope you start a war. I hope you stand up for yourself. I hope you start talking about it on the internet about what these fucking people are doing to you. Because if you don't, they're going to do it to you forever because you're not standing up for yourself. You're not fighting back. I know they say, you don't need to fight back. That's aggressive. Oh, so you're just supposed to come up on my shit and steal everything and I'm not supposed to fight back because that's going to show aggression? I'm not saying, I'm not telling people what to do, but I'm just saying with every single ounce of money or possession, anything that they take away from you is a theft. And they are not allowed to do it. And anything that they take away from you, they feel like they have the right to do it. And if you don't stand up for yourself and for your life and for the things that you want to keep in your life, then your shit's going to get taken for the rest. And it's not about black magic. It's not about curses. It's about taking what's yours and putting your fucking foot down and not allowing them to say, get your shit and move it. No, I'm standing in line and you're not going to get me to move shit. I don't care if you poke me. I don't care if you shoot at me. I don't care if you hit me. I'm going to stand right fucking here and I ain't moving this time. Okay? And I kind of feel like what collective has to do to get these people to basically, stop being bullies. And just to stop being abusive narcissists that only have their life and their life only in sight, and they don't give a fuck about you. But they say that they do. That's the thing. Actions speak louder than words. And when people say that, and when people argue it. Yeah, right. Actions speak louder than words. I tell you all the time how much I love you. Remember last year when I took you out for that dinner when you weren't feeling well? And then remember last month you were having a really bad day and I talked to you about it all night and I decided not to go out with my friends so I could sit and have a conversation with you? Oh, are you going to throw in my face all the times that you were a nice person? Because right now you want to go to a basketball game and I'm crying because my aunt just died? But last week you were nice to me, so you can be a dick today? That's what Collective's dealing with. And I hope that you take a second to realize what these people are actually doing to you and stop giving them all the excuses as to if you don't conform, they'll walk out the door. Guess what? They walk out the door, lock it behind them, and then change the locks when they get into their car and leave. Because whatever the fuck it is that they're doing to you, it's all mind control, manipulation, narcissistic tendencies that lead to massive behaviors that abuse all the collective while they just stand there like this. You don't love me unless you're crying. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, you didn't make my lunch last night? Fuck you. You're a fucking bitch. Oh, okay, because it's my job. Am I your mom now? I thought I was your wife. I thought I was your girlfriend. I thought I sucked your dick last night because I married you, but I'm sorry. Am I supposed to be your mother too? Wow. Okay, I didn't realize that. So, okay, so what are all my mother duties along with my sexual duties as a wife? Like, honestly, people, like, just, it really sucks when you find out how much you're being played in a relationship, okay? And then you're like, well, there's nobody else out there. Well, it's called just be single then. It's not that hard. But this isn't for collective. This is for the cross watchers, okay? And this is just for collective to know what they're dealing with. All right, I think I'm going to do these cads. I haven't done them in a while. What up, igniting? We have the Hermit in reverse. We have Strength in reverse. And we have the World in reverse. And then we have the Chariot upright and the Empress upright. Ha! I know, right? Give me these. What? What is this Empress saying? What's her answer to all this? Okay. God damn. All of a sudden I get these heat flashes that are ridiculous. Okay. So we have this high priestess up on her high horse. Okay. And she wants to move forward. Okay, but she has no idea what she's talking about. Okay, but damn, is she sitting on her position like she knows what she's talking about, and she knows nothing. Okay, so with the Hermit in reverse, Strength in reverse, and the World in reverse, it seems like she's being incredibly, okay, somebody's about to show themselves that has said that they did a lot of work on themselves, okay, and they have, you know, strength above and beyond, but they are trapped. Okay, they're trapped in a cycle where they keep thinking they're going to get out of it, but they're not going to because they have no idea what they're talking about. Okay, they need to heal, they need to find strength in themselves, but they keep getting put in the same cycle because they're not learning what they need to learn. They keep saying that they know everything. And when the universe asks them, okay, you know, what is it that you learned this time around? You know, it's this person that'll go, I didn't learn anything. What are you talking about? I told you, I know everything. And they're like, okay, let's go through this again. Okay, I get it. Again, sometimes this movie comes up because it's a good analogy of how delusional people are, and when the world is in reverse, how something can go over and over and over and over, and people are they're not knowing what they're doing. Okay, and it's the movie Shutter Island. Okay. As you know, Leonardo plays this like beat detective, all right, solving all these crimes, but he leaves his emotionally unstable and depressive wife at home and does absolutely nothing for her. He leaves her all day long, okay, with children that she shouldn't be taking care of because mentally she needs help. Okay, but he's delusional and he goes to work anyways and he acts like everything's fine. And then he comes home and she's killed all the kids. And then he ends up in the psych ward. Okay, but he's delusional and he doesn't remember what his wife did. So they have to keep putting him through this cycle over and over and over again to see if he's actually delusional or if he's just suppressing these memories because he's too hurt because it was right in front of his face and he let it happen anyways. Okay, so I feel like that's his case with this Empress. Somebody is getting stuck in these cycles over and over and over again because she has the reins. She's the one that's telling everybody to move forward. She has the chariot beside her. She's leading everybody. Shutter Island with Leonardo DiCaprio. Okay. She's leading the pack. Okay. And she's the weakest one. She's the one that should be hiding. She's the one that should be following, and she's leading everybody. And that's why people that are around her are getting stuck in these cycles because she keeps saying that she knows everything and she fucking knows nothing. She doesn't know anything. She needs so much more information because that's the thing that I ask. I go, what does this Empress think that she knows? Okay. And it says, get more information. With yes. Okay? And it's get more information like this in reverse. Okay? Which means she's not getting the right information. She's not looking for information. She's not even trying to help herself. She just claims to be perfect, and that's what she's going to go with. And it's keeping collective locked up. I got to take a breather here for a second. My throat chakra hurts. You know why? It's because she's pissed off I'm talking about her right now. Hoes will be hoes. It's hosing down the hose. I might watch The Shield again. I don't know if you've ever seen The Shield. It's like this series that was done. Oh, that's fucking why. This series that was done by Kurt Sutter, who does Sons of Anarchy. And it's such a good show. Like, it's old. It's like 90s, early 2000s. But it's like a cop show. And these detectives and shit. Anyways, hosing down the hose. Andre 3000's in that episode. And all these hoes keep hoeing themselves outside of his comic book store. So because the cops won't do anything, because by the time the cops get there, then the hoes run away, obviously, and then they come back once the cops go away. So Andre 3000 just keeps hosing them off the front of his store. And then the cops will come up and be like, what are you doing? And he's like, hosing down the hose. And they're like, you can't do that. And he's like, I'm just trying to clean the sidewalk. He's like spraying them in the face. Hosing down the hose. Hosing down the hose. Are you going to tell me anything else? All right, Empress in reverse. Yo, I'm telling you, this bitch is going to lose her throne. All right, she's getting kicked out of the chair. I just heard chariot. So whatever this chariot is that she's been moving forward with absolutely jack shit information, she's losing that spot. Hosing down the hose. I'm telling you, Spirit says this shit for a reason. There's the Fool, and then we have the Queen of Pentacles. So that means that collective then are able to finally make a move, and it grounds them, because this Empress, okay, I feel like this Empress has been taking your spot. Okay, she's been taking your spot. I just heard spotlight. That really sucks. I don't really know what that means, but I mean, put it this way. If you are on the internet, or if you have a platform or something, this person has been taking that. There's Judgment in reverse. Okay, with the 5 of Cups in reverse, there's the Hermit upright and the Ace of Cups. Nice. Okay, so she's going to be forced out of hiding. Okay, and then forced to go into a different hiding. So she's been, I think, driving your car around, metaphorically speaking. Okay, driving your fucking car around. All right, because the Chariot is right beside her. Okay, so and zero information. So this is a bitch that maybe doesn't even know how to drive. Okay, and like Strength in reverse, like she's so weak, and you know that an energy is weak if they have to come onto your property and take something from you. That means that they can't do it themselves. Okay, or they got some type of very, very wrong information, okay, that perhaps told them that they, your car, your Chariot was hers. And I don't know, maybe you signed a lease, maybe she was the co-signer, okay. Maybe that's it. Maybe she's the co-signer. Or you're the co-signer for her or something like that? Okay, and she's been hiding this whole time? Actually, no, Hermit in reverse, she's been like talking her shit. Okay? She is now being asked to surrender and go away. Spirit doesn't want her around you anymore. Whatever she's doing, they're very well aware that she has taken misinformation, and somehow that has kept you stuck. Think about it. If she took your car, then how are you getting around? Again, I mean, if they did actually take your car, then how are you getting around? And if she didn't actually physically take your car, she took your Chariot in some other dimension, again, how the fuck does she expect you to get around? Or maybe she's saying to everybody that you're the drunk that's going to get caught driving. And you're like, I don't even drink alcohol. How can I be caught behind the wheel drunk if I don't drink? I just heard ironic. It's so ironic sometimes, the things that your haters will hear about you, because I feel like what they funnel, okay, what they decide to siphon out of the message that they got, they will always twist it to make you look as bad as possible. Okay? If people knew this person well enough or understood you, they would understand that anything that this person says, they are to reverse it instantly. And I told my sister about a friend like that a long time ago. I said, whatever she tells you, the advice that she's giving you is bad. Because my sister, she wanted to start coming clean with a lot of things that she had done in her marriage, and some things that, some people on the side didn't know that, and this girl kept telling her, no, like, don't come clean. Nobody needs to know about what you're doing. You need to just keep doing what you're doing and getting as much as you can. And then when my sister came with it to me, and she was like, okay, so like, I really want to, come clean to her husband and to, the person that she was messing around with. And I was like, well, like, good for you, like, if that's what you want to do, like, it's obviously eating you alive. And me, I always love a good, apology and confession. And she goes, well, that's really funny that you said that. She's like, because I was talking to, and then said the girl's name. And she goes, and she said not to say anything. She said, just keep doing what I was doing. And if anything, add more to it and make it even better and blah, blah, blah. What up from Russia? Okay. And I was like, wow. Like, what, and then it happened a couple more times where, I think I was living beside her at the time. I had an apartment and a house beside her, and she'd be like, okay, so this happened today, and blah, blah, blah. And she's like, and again, like, I talked to so-and-so about it, and she's like, and I really want to do this. And she's telling me no, like, she's saying to go and do this other thing. She's like, I don't want to do. And I was like, okay, well, and then that's when I finally had to say to her, like, after it happened like 2 or 3 times with this person giving my sister just such bad advice and just telling her that everything that she was trying to do to make herself a better person and make herself a better life. And this person just keeps saying no, how crazy she is to tell the truth and to come clean about things. Okay. I was like, you need to start taking her advice and doing the opposite. So if she says don't say anything, you say something. If she says say something, you don't say anything. If she says go somewhere, you stay home. If she says stay home, you go. Okay? Everything she says, do the opposite. And then she had been friends with her for a couple of years at that point. And then once that happened, they weren't friends for very much longer. And like, I had no, insider, shit or like, I wanted to keep my sister for myself or some stupid shit like that. I'm honest with people. That's the thing. And I will tell them the right thing to do. And the thing is that the right thing to do is the thing that you're telling yourself to do. And if it's a good thing, then I'll agree with it. If it's a bad thing, I'm not going to tell you to do something that I wouldn't do. If I would do it in that circumstance, then I would understand other people doing it. If other people wouldn't want to do it, I'm not going to force it. Okay, so it's almost kind of like that, where it's like whatever this Empress did, her advice is very bad advice. Okay, the things that she moves her chariot with, okay, she doesn't know what she's doing. So I wouldn't even trust the fucking chariot that she's been driving. Okay, for all we know, she's never got an oil change, or she's been driving around with the same filters, or she's fucking, or something's gonna fall off because she's not listening, to her car. It's something like that. Like the lack of information is bothering me, because the lack of information, you need to start learning to get more information about something, and then you're even more ignorant about the thing you need to learn more about because you think you already know everything. And that's the thing, is a lot of these people that we're dealing with say that they know everything. I know this, I know that, I know you're lying, I know you're, I know you weren't there, I know. And it's just like, they're not even giving a chance for collective to speak, because they automatically say that whatever it is that came into their head is the truth, when all mediums know. Like, I mean, you could get given something from spirit, but it's all kind of like, it's only relative when it becomes necessary to become relevant. Other than that, sometimes it just goes in and out. Like, I don't take every song that comes in my head as a fucking sign. Okay. I don't, just because somebody says something or I hear something, I don't go running with it like it's the fucking truth. Okay. I still live my life. I still make my own decisions. Okay. And when I need to ask for help or ask questions, trust me, I'm not the kind of person that feels weak by asking a question. We have questions for a reason. If spirit or if collective was born with all the answers and it was just like you just had to press a download card, you could get all the answers, that would be super awesome. But no, we only get answers to the questions that we decide to ask. And we only need questions to the things that we were never taught. So the people who were supposed to teach you, it's like, oh, I'm not supposed to ask any questions. I should already know how to do this because you should have taught me. So the fact that you think that you look down on me for asking a question when this was something that you should have already taken care of, I mean, how weak is that? Most of these people can't even fathom the fact that they were supposed to do something that they couldn't, that they won't even apologize. They'll go, well, you didn't ask for me to do it. I wasn't supposed to. That's like lunch. Am I supposed to ask for it as a child or be given it because it's lunchtime and you know that your fucking kid is hungry? Okay, it's I feel like this Empress, whoever she is, she's pled off a lot of ignorance, and she really thinks she knows things and she doesn't ask any questions. And then when she should be asking questions, she puts that nose up in the air, right? Like, how dare you ask me that? And then while she goes over her shoulder and Googles it because she actually herself doesn't know the fucking answer. All right, what up? Okay. So whoever you've been dealing with, no doubt this Empress is on her ass, okay? And do not participate in it because you don't have to. There's the Four of Wands. It's obviously somebody I feel like has made some type of deal with you or impact with you or something, okay? And it's Nine of Pentacles in reverse while you are stepping into the Queen of Pentacles, which means they are this independent little lifestyle that they think that they've acquired all on their own was really off of collective's energy, and now they're going to lose it. Okay, because they didn't get the right information. And I said something about that, I think today, where I said, well, you might not want to spend the money just because the check clears, because somebody might be coming back to get what's theirs. And somebody might have taken a check on you. Somebody might have taken something on you. Okay, your car, your independence, you know, sign something off to them because they said that you didn't deserve it. Well, guess what? You know who didn't deserve it? It was the person who said that you didn't deserve it. Because why would they say that? Why would they say that Collective doesn't deserve to be able to buy themselves a new car after they took your car away from you? Okay, why is it not okay to move your life forward while they're sitting on their ass doing nothing? They should, you know, like, I just feel like so many things, like this person is such a hypocrite. Okay, it's like they picked you to just put a lot of nasty energy on while they sat on their throne. And what sucks is whoever's around them catered to them and gave them that throne. And once they got the throne, they kicked you out of the castle. So now that this little biatch kicked you out of the castle, now look where she's going to find herself really quick. On top of a mountain, all by herself, with only her staff at hand and possibly a bag over his shoulder. I'm not quite sure. It's a shadow figure, so I don't really know if he's got a bag. I'm hoping he's got some, you know, overnight gotchis with him, but he might not. Okay, let's be real. Not everybody's got a second set of undies. Okay, so who the fuck knows what he's got on him? But I sure as fuck know that he's on a top, and he's all by himself, and he's got a staff with him, and that's about it. Does it look like there's a kingdom around there? I don't fucking see a kingdom. It's not like somebody's little backyard, okay? You know what I just heard in my head? Stupid motherfuckers. That's what I just heard in my head. And you wonder why I swear so much. Spirit. Spirit's got a goddamn trucker mouth. Tell me that it's me. Because for the most part, I don't really swear. But then when I start channeling, it's like I don't know who this person becomes. Because I swear so much. It's Spirit. My guardian, they know I love swear words. So they just keep my mouth extra trucker, okay? It's just a little bit extra trucker mouth as soon as Spirit comes along. It's time to go. Look what's on the bottom of the deck. That's that stupid bitch. It's time for her to get off her fucking throne, and now she's going to get thrown into the mountains from the looks of it. Like, she's so dumb. She's so dumb. 1114. I don't think I've looked at the clock once. And when I look at it, it's 1114. That's 4 ones and then a 4? Like, tell me that's not magical as fuck. And I will say you are lying. Because that was magical as fuck, okay? So. My friggin' fish, he hates when I turn the daytime lights on because it's bright. And I mean, it has to be bright because of his plants. Like, the plants need light. So I got this new light, and he wants me to turn it off so bad. Like, I can hear him mad that the light in the fish tank is on. He's hiding somewhere. I can't see him right now. And I'm like, that's why I just checked the time. I'm like, buddy, it's not sunset time yet, because there's like different settings on the tank now, so I can like turn the light down on him instead of just turn it off. And he already wants it sunset mode. You realize I changed it to orange? Because orange is the sunset mode now in the tank, and he wants it to be orange, and then he wants me to turn it to blue because his favorite color is blue. And surprisingly, he's blue too. So he wants me to turn it off already. And I'm like, it's like barely been on for like 9 hours maybe. Like, but now it's about the time. Because I mean, like, even plants in the water, like how long is, I know that the sun is in the sky for like 16 hours a day now or something, but it doesn't mean that everything is getting direct light, right? So that's why I'm like, okay, how long should I have the light on? Because I feel like, I don't know, like 10 hours of direct light, I feel like, and then a couple hours of like sunset, and then darkness. I mean, I'm not an aquarium expert, people, okay? But my fish just gets so angry at me. I can feel his resentment right now because of the fucking light. I'm too empathetic, people, honestly. I can feel so much. I can also feel one of my snakes. Oh. You know why I can feel one of my snakes? Look at this. Look at what he's doing. Look at him. Oh, I can't. Oh, yeah, I can see him. He sits. There's my snake is. Let me see if I can. Okay, my snake is right there. And that's the door. So he's sitting at the door right now, waiting for me to open it. Like I knew. See, I can feel him. I can feel my goddamn fish. I can feel everybody right now just trying to get me to pay attention to them and show them love. So I'm going to take him out, though, because he needs to come out. And maybe he'll do the last reading with us. He needs my hair up, so then... Okay. Are you going to be a good boy? Are you going to be a good boy? Would you want to read it? Okay? Come on. Let me hold my head. Say whoopsies. Whoopsies. Hi. 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 This is my special friend. There he is. He's coming out for last reading. Hey, you can come out for the last reading. Hey, that's a good boy. It's a good boy. Hey? Okay. Here we go. Let's do this. Oh, that's my little sweetheart. Good boy. Good boy. He's going to go up my head now. This is his favorite thing to do. Where are you? See, there he is. There I am. Hey, there I am. Good boy. It's a good boy. What the heck? All right, good boy. Y'all, you think he's bigger? He probably is. I mean, I see him every day, so it's hard for me to see that he's bigger, but hi. Hi, sweetie. Hi, baby. Okay, we have autumn and winter. And then we have Witch's Cottage with Spirit. This could be, okay, so I'm getting, this could be like kind of a future reading. Are you coming back down? This could be kind of a future reading. where's your head? Oh, it's there. Get back up there. You get your little bum back up there. He wants to climb on the chair behind me, so don't worry. You can't go on that chair. You know you're not allowed on the chair. Okay, so I feel like this could be like a future reading where I feel somebody could be making quite a big move, okay, come autumn. So between autumn and winter really could be a huge change for somebody. And I feel like there could be, right now too, like there could be amped up security. I feel like from now to, I don't know, a little while anyways. Maybe something's going on, okay, and they're trying to possibly clear something away from you, and the only way to clear it away from you is to possibly get you to move, okay? So they are kind of possibly gonna initiate you into something soon. Where are you going? Stop. You are he's being a little bum today. He's being a bum since he woke up. Yes, you're being a bum. You know what you're doing. He's trying to get on the chair behind me. And he can't just do whatever he wants all the time like he thinks he can. What are you doing? Stop that. So I feel like maybe this is like spiritual initiation, okay? Because they know that you're being hurt, okay? So they initiate more security, okay? So then you can get to this new place that you want to go. He's What are you doing? He's got too much energy right now. I know, you've got so much energy right now. He's fallen like 3 times today. Oh, you're being held on. You're falling so much because you're not holding on because you're being lazy today. He's being extra lazy today. Lazy Magoo. Lazy McGee. You're being lazy. You're not holding on. You're not holding on, my sweet. Now how am I supposed to shuffle? Hey, how am I supposed to shuffle? Oh, children. This is what you wanted to do. I know. All just to get on the chair behind me. That's all he wants to do right now is get on that goddamn chair. Actually, yeah, stay like that and then I can shuffle. He is going to do everything he can to get to the chair behind me. That's all he wants right now. Yes, I feel like that's an answer for what Modi's trying to do right now, but at the same time, I also feel like Spirit is still here with the message, okay? And definitely a rebirth, okay? Definitely a rebirth. There's great choice. So I do think that your guides are, there's the mist. So they can definitely, your guides can see something, okay? There's social media, and then when shit hits the fan. Hi. Oh, I was eating olives today in the kitchen, and he just needed to know so bad what I was eating. He was like right almost in my mouth. Look at that, the 4-leaf clover. You just took my earring out. Thank you. How did you do that? Okay. He could at any point in time poop as well. So we might have an emergency poop situation momentarily if he decides he's going to crap on me. Okay. What are you doing? You're trying to get on the chair. I friggin' knew it. I knew you were going to do that. You always make it seem like you're being a good boy, and you're not being a good boy. Okay. So, this change, okay, is something that, I mean, there's a reason why you don't see it coming, but there's also a reason why you're watching this video now, okay? I mean, I kind of feel like change is inevitable, okay? But this is a big change. This is a change where when shit hits the fan, you know, it's so bad that you leave because you don't want to have to stay and clean that up. Okay. And I don't think that this is something you're supposed to clean up anyways. Okay. So, the 4-leaf clover is there because honestly, I feel like this is whatever spirit has lined up for you in the mist. Okay. And that just means it's like hiding behind something. Okay. It's just hiding behind something so nobody else sees it. Okay, and obviously they have to hide your shit now because I don't know, like I don't know. There's the sword and the stone. I don't know why spirits got to do what they got to do, but we don't always ask those types of questions. Okay, it's not why, it's okay when. All right, there's the turtle, and then we have fought tooth and nail, and we have guilt trip. Okay, and we have the plane. Okay, so I feel like something's slowly coming in that you have worked very, very hard for. Okay, and that's the reason why it's slow in coming, because you've worked so hard for it. The things that we work hard for, okay, they have a hard time going and starting because you really have to put that effort into it, and that's the effort that basically the business goes off of. Okay, if the bosses aren't willing to work, then like, do you expect the fucking employees to? You expect anybody to care if the one person who's making all the money doesn't give a shit? Okay, so I feel like whatever this is, the social media thing, I don't know, maybe somebody's gonna message you through social media, and that's the initiation, because spirit is going to initiate somebody. Okay, so if you've been feeling like, I don't know, your security is kind of fucked, okay, you should be somewhere else, you should be working somewhere else, you worked harder than this, you've made better choices than this, then I believe the universe is kind of like agreeing with you. Okay, on the sense that there definitely could be some beefed up security, and it's definitely wise that we keep some things hidden, just so then people don't need to know what it is that you're doing right now. Okay. Just so then, or until we can get this train moving and get you somewhere else, this plane moving. Okay. Get you somewhere else. So then people can't keep guilt tripping you. Somebody's guilt tripping you. And maybe that's why, I don't know, you haven't been able to do something. Okay, maybe possibly like start your business or work hard for your business because, your mom or your dad are still getting you to be at their store 24/7 and work for them, right? So this could be something like, once you really realize that you can't, that you have to be your own boss, that you have to do this, you have to work, okay, that's the truth, all right? I don't know if a whole lot of people are going to like that. Okay, because now you're taking your energy away from them. And they don't want that. Okay, because it seems like you're doing work for people and you're getting underpaid and they're getting more recognition for things that you're doing. And they're like, it's like, it's honestly, it's as if you went to school for something or you had, a talent for something and you worked for somebody for a while, but it's not your, it's not your shop. It's not your store. And then once you work there for a little while, it's time for you to open up your own store. It's time for you to, play in the big leagues. Okay. And do your own thing. And they're like, but you need to work for me. Who's going to work for me? And it's like, I don't give a shit. Like I paid my dues. I did my penance. I fucking worked for you. I got, fucked the whole way through. I was doing all the work and you were just collecting all the money, like you've been there, done that. And once you pay your dues, just like you fucking know in prison, you're done. You get to go. right? So why would you still stay in something where you're not getting paid, you're not getting what you deserve, and you have the opportunity to leave? Well, if you have the opportunity to leave and you know that you're being mistreated, then fucking leave. And it's going to show how this person reacts. Okay, because if honestly, if they really treasured you and know that you did so much work for them and they couldn't have done it without you, then by you moving on, they're going to feel good about it. They're going to congratulate you. They're going to be there for the store opening because they know that you're not in competition with them because you're still a family. And if they're a little fucktard that's been using you, then when you go to leave and start your own business, they're going to be like, fuck you. I hope you drown. I hope nothing works out for you. I hope you lose that business. You know, because some people, they are such sore losers. And even though they know that you deserve it, they want to feed off of you because they get so much good energy from you, right? Obviously, they want that. They crave that energy. Where are you going? Ooh. So. Friggin' Modi got dirt all over my brand new tattoo. I lefty tattooed myself yesterday. I did this bird, or yeah, blackbird. I have a whole bunch of blackbirds on my wall. I don't know if you can kind of see them. Those are bats. And then over along the side of the wall, there's some birds too. So I took one of my favorite birds off the wall and then tattooed it on myself. And I did some lefty work yesterday. I was pretty proud of myself after that. Like, it fucking hurt. It's pretty sensitive right there, but my God, I love tattooing with my left hand. I feel like I'm going to get really good at it. What are you doing? I feel like I'm going to have to look at this monkey. Like, what is he doing? Like, he has these days where he's such a monkey. Like, he just is just out of control. Sometimes he's so chill, and other times he is not chill. Like this morning, I put him up on his jungle gym because he had so much energy. I put him on his jungle gym. And then he didn't want to come down. So he started hiding from me. Oh, and then I had to chase him. Oh, because he didn't want to go inside. I tell you, you push my buttons sometimes. You do. You know you do. You know you do. Look at him trying to kiss me to say he's sorry. Yeah. I know what you do. I know what you do. But he's my favorite. So I let him get away with murder sometimes because he's so cute. Yeah, you. That's who I'm talking about. He knows his name. He knows what he does. He knows. Animals are so smart, people. Okay? He knows fucking everything. All right, I am going to take a break now. 1:31:41. Brilliant numbers today. I got to tell you. I'm going to go have something to eat, do something with this. So then he runs his energy out. And then I might be back for another live. I'm not quite sure, but I might be back. Definitely not with him. He will be in his enclosure like a good little boy. I will be back again, possibly. But if I'm not, I'll be back tomorrow, obviously. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. This little guy thanks you too. Hey? Every time I try to get him to look at the camera, he goes the opposite direction. There he is. I think he can see himself right now. Look how handsome you are. Hey, look how handsome you are. You're so handsome. You're so handsome. Yeah. Anyways, peace. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. This was such a good live. Have a wonderful day, everybody. All right, have a wonderful night. And if I see you again, I see you. If not, I will be around tomorrow. All right. Peace, everybody. What?